Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan and welcome back to the 13 days of slime toy reviews. Today we're going to be jumping back to 1991 to take a look at the Marvel Superheroes Venom action figure from Toy Biz. Now I have a real soft spot in my heart for these old Toy Biz Marvel Superheroes figures. I played with these growing up, and I still love them today. These Marvel Superheroes figures that came on these kind of silver card backs here are awesome. And this particular Venom right here features Living Skin Slime Pores. That's right, we have got a slime toy Venom action figure, and I cannot wait to check him out. Now, as you notice, this guy right now is mint on card. Now, the good thing about these older, early 90s Toy Biz Marvel figures is they're really not that hard to come by now. They're pretty cheap. I find them at toy shows all the time. This guy here, he's seen better days. You can see the bubble's all beat up. It's actually broken a bit, so I definitely am not going to feel bad about opening this guy up and playing with him. But I gotta say, I absolutely love the packaging on these old toys. I still think it stands out as something awesome today. Features some really great artwork on there. I have always been partial to Venom not having the tongue sticking out of his mouth, so I actually really like this quite a bit. Now, don't get me wrong, tongue out of Venom's mouth is very common. It's very appropriate for the character, and I'm fine with it, but there's something about this artwork without the tongue that I've always really liked. So, I had this toy as a kid. I loved him. I'm actually really anxious to open this up and play with a brand new one here and try out the slime feature. If you look at the back of the box, you've got a great little kind of a little depiction of what the action feature looks like. I mean, it's very obvious that this is drawn on right here, the little slime burst, which is kind of funny. Also, I love the pose that the figure's in, and you can tell it's a different head sculpt and everything, so it's not exactly the same as what we're getting in the box. That was pretty common. That happened a lot, especially back in this era. But man, look at the stuff that came out in this line, and I have some of this stuff now. The Marvel Superhero Training Center is a playset that I'm gonna definitely have to review one of these days because I've got one still in the box. The Punisher van, Captain America Turbo Coupe, which I've reviewed in the past, and the Hulk Rage Cage. Man, this is such a fun line of toys, seriously. But without further ado, let's go ahead and open up Venom here and take a look at the figure within. Alright, so we've got Venom outside of the packaging. Let's take a closer look at the figure. So how many of you out there had this as a kid? Or how many of you have collected it since? Pretty common seeing this guy out there. But like I said, I love these. And I love this the style of Venom when I was a kid. Very basic, of course. He's about 5 inches tall. Only features articulation at the head, which moves left and right. The arms that move up and down. You can see, obviously, full sculpt on the arm, so there's no other movement there. The legs move forwards and backwards, and he does have knee bends. Nice and tight articulation, though, after all these years. Very, very cool. Now, when you look on the back here, this is where the little plunger is. You can just pop that off. You can see exactly how the action feature is going to work on this. He just has a cavity there, an empty space in the torso, and you'll fill this up with slime, and then when you press this piece into his back, it's going to make it ooze out of the pore on the front. I love how the box said Living Slime Pores, but he really only has this one place where the slime is going to ooze out of him. But still, it's kind of neat because he comes with black slime, which basically mimics that oozy symbiote look from the comics and the old cartoons, and I think that is such a cool fit for a Venom action figure. So, this right here is our 25-year-old slime container. It was sealed. I just opened it up out of the box. I'm about to find out if the slime inside is still good. So let's check it out. We got the little cap here. Let's remove it. Now, there's a good chance that this is either dried up or way too runny. I've seen it go both ways on these older figures. So let's see if we can even get anything out of it here. Oh, actually, that's looking pretty decent. Here, we're actually going to go ahead and remove the tip on the front. See, because you can remove the front tip here. This is actually kind of cool because they designed it so you squeeze the slime out, which makes it very easy to plug into his back. So let's see what we got. Let's see if anything comes out here. Oh no, that, my friends, is pure liquid. That is no longer slime. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm going to wipe this up. Don't worry, I've got a backup. so we are still going to be able to see how this action feature works. So when in doubt, you run to the dollar store and you find some new slime. This is Tire Ooze, and I have used this in the past when I've needed some replacement slime. I found this at the Dollar Tree, and I have found that it's got a really good consistency for slime toys, and it comes in several colors, including black, which is exactly what we're going to need for Venom here. So let's go ahead and open up this slime. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look like I got a pile of symbiote goo right there? That is so wonderful. All right, so we're not going to need all of this, obviously. We just need a little bit of it to kind of fit in Venom's back here. And since we can't really use the little spider plunger thing that came with it, since it's filled with some black liquid that's probably going to stain things, so got to be careful with that. We'll just use our fingers, and we'll put a little bit of slime in his back. Now I'm going to use my finger to cover the hole in the front so it doesn't run out before we want it to. And let's see if we can just kind of break off. There we go. Look at that. Break off a good chunk of slime there. Maybe we'll get just a little bit more. See, that's probably plenty. I've completely filled up the slot on his back, as you can see. Look at that. It's kind of spilling out. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. So basically, all we're doing now is we're going to press this plunger in his back, and that should give us our action features. You guys ready for this? Let's see this trick in action. Oh, there we go. Look, it's just goo. I love it. It's just like a blob coming right out of the spider on the front. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, that's kind of a hilarious action feature. It's like just one little stream of goo that shoots straight out of the center of his chest. I kind of wish they would have put little pores all over the front so it looked like it was just really running out everywhere. You get a little bit of goo hanging down off the back too, obviously, but that's hilarious. Let's do that. Let's see that again. We got to see that again. All right. Look at how it just shoots it out on a streak like that. That is hilarious. Oh, yes. I love it. All right. Well, we got to do this, right? Whip. All right. Let's bring in an old Marvel superhero Spider-Man. I've actually had this guy since he was a kid. He was my favorite Spider-Man toy when I was younger. He had super articulation before super articulation was a thing. I mean, isn't that amazing? I love this guy. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and put this ooze, this symbiote goo back in Venom's back. Gotta kind of clean it up a little bit here. Oh, spider sense is tingling. Take this, Spider-Man. I'm gonna ooze my symbiote all over you for some reason, and then I'm gonna eat your brains. Ah! This is such a wacky action feature. I gotta say, look, this is a really fun figure, and I think it was a totally good idea to incorporate black slime with this. I mean, look at that. Look at the black goo all over the Spider-Man figure. It actually looks like the symbiote is kind of forming onto him, which is fun. So it's a really good idea. It may not be executed the best because, seriously, we just get that one little stream. It's kind of funny, but it works well. I mean, it shoots that goo out really, really good. So there you go, guys. That is a look at the 1991 Toy Biz Venom action figure with living skin pores, or better yet, symbiote goo that leaks right out of his chest cavity. Good stuff. Like I said, these old Marvel superheroes figures from Toy Biz, they're pretty easy to come by. They're not too expensive. So if this looks like something fun you want to add to your collection, I would recommend it. I love this old toy line. So happy hunting, my friends. Foolish mortals, it is I, Phantom Dan. I hope you enjoyed this video. Was it a scream? Then be sure to hit that like button. And if you are dying for more slime videos, don't forget to subscribe.